Everyone, this is Kenya Rahmaan, the author and founder of the Child Support Hustle and founder of the Reform Child Support Now movement. Hopefully I don't have too much of a delay. It seems like this is delayed a little bit. Let me put this link on, post this link real quick. Let me. So during this past week, I've been posting about passports and passports being denied and revoked, mainly because I've been getting quite a few messages and people contacting me concerning their passports being revoked, and did I have any information, or did we have any information about reinstating these passports. And I did include a chapter about passport revocation in my book, and I've written about it, but not extensively. So I knew that they did revoke passports for child support debt, but I didn't know all the laws or the guidelines supporting it. So that's what I did, and that's what I posted a link to an article that I just wrote and published yesterday. So I just want to go over it, just in case some people don't read, and I understand that, it's a lot of information. So I said I'm gonna do a live as well. Just not to say people don't read. Some people don't like reading. It's a lot of information, but so I wanted to do a live just to go over what my research has uncovered, because it seems that again, the child support system, state and federal, has violated the civil rights of non-custodial parents when it comes to enforcing child support collection efforts. And so, first of all, there's the passport denial program, and the Federal Office of Child Support Enforcement submits your record of the parent certified by the state of having arrearages that exceed $2,500. It used to be $5,000, and they reduced it to $2,500. So that triggers, the state will send your name to the Federal Office of Child Support, who then sends your name to the Department of State. The Department of State then denies the passport. But before your name is forwarded to the Office of Child Support Enforcement in DC, the state is supposed to do a couple of things before your name is forwarded. And these things are supposed to guarantee that a parent is given their right to due process. Okay. The Secretary of State, shall have a certification. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. Okay. Each individual concerned is afforded notice of such determination and the consequences thereof, an opportunity to contest the determination. So before they can revoke or deny your passport, they are supposed to notify you, and you are supposed to have the opportunity to contest the amount of arrears that are owed, and be offered the opportunity to come up with a payment plan or something before your name is forwarded to DC, then forwarded to the Department of State for the denial process to begin. The certification, okay. This notice is called a pre-offset notice, and they must be issued for all new cases with the Federal Tax Refund offset program, administrative offset program, and the U.S. passport program. Please forgive me, guys. I'm a little bit tired. I had to drive to Houston today, and I wanted to make this video because I know tomorrow is Super Bowl, and Monday I have things going on. So I wanted to get this information out. So if I'm fumbling my words or I'm just tired. So please forgive me. States must send an annual certification letter to the Federal Office of Child Support Enforcement Agency to ensure that all names issued meet federal requirements before they suspend, or before they revoke the child. I think I better start over and do this video another time, but I'm gonna keep going. Before they can revoke the passport, 1, the amount has to exceed $2,500. 2, they have to verify the accuracy of the arrears, which we know they have a big problem with sending itemized statements once a parent requests that. And I recommend that everybody request an itemized statement to verify what they claim that you owe in child support arrears. A lot of times this amount is incorrect, it's over exaggerated, and you have a right to see every penny that they claim that you owe. So this is part of this passport denial program, is they're supposed to verify the accuracy of the arrears before they suspend or deny your passport. You have to have a copy of the payment record or an affidavit signed by the custodial parent attesting the amount of support owed. I have such a problem with this because a custodial parent will sign an affidavit swearing that a non-custodial parent owes $1 billion if it means that they will be punished, put in jail, denied their license or anything. So where's the checks and balances? Where's the accountability? You can't just take somebody's word for it in a situation where people's livelihoods are at stake here, and that is what is at stake when dealing with the child support system. And people say, oh, if you get a passport, then you must be traveling to the south of France, or no, people actually need passports to travel to work. People have contracts overseas. People need to use their passport to travel to visit sick relatives or a relative that has died, to go to their funeral. So it's not just to go in vacation. I talked to a soldier whose duty is to protect a high-ranking general. They suspended his license, his passport, while he was in Europe, so he can't travel. He can't fulfill his duty because he doesn't have a passport to travel the country. I mean, the world. And they want the payment in full. They want the payment in full. They don't even want a payment plan. They want the exact amount. They want it zeroed out, which is it's damn near impossible when arrears can amount to several $100,000. But before they are even supposed to revoke your passport, they're supposed to notify you. As with anything, your driver's license suspensions, your income tax refund offsets, administrative offsets, you're supposed to be notified. And you have a right to basically face your accusers. They're saying you owe this money, or we're going to revoke. I say suspend because I'm thinking of license. We're going to revoke your passport, and you have a right to say, hey, I don't owe $150,000. I only owe $200 before it even gets to DC. Hey, John. Hey, Edwin. How you guys doing? So in the third part is the pre-offset notice that they will issue to the non-custodial parent must meet the requirements set forth in Section 454, 31 of the Social Security Act, or the information about the address of the non-custodial parent was verified. So they have to even verify that the address that they have on file that they are sending this pre-offset notice to is accurate. They can't send it, just say they sent it to somewhere that you lived 20 years ago. Just like with a child support complaint, they can't just say that they sent it to you and there's no way to verify that. So I'm asking parents that have had their passports denied or revoked without proper notification to please contact your local child support agency and demand proof in writing that they issued you a pre-offset notification informing you that they were going to forward your name to DC for a revocation or denial of your passport prior to them denying or revoking your passport. If they didn't do that, your right to due process was violated. And I have the sources in my article. In the comments, I put the link up. So if you need further verification of what I'm saying, it's right there. And I really think this might be a groundbreaking piece of this whole child support system reform, what we're trying to do here, besides the debtor, excuse me, along with the debtor's prison, reforming and abolishing debtor prisons. This passport violation is equally as important. And one other thing, well, a couple other things. Hey, Brandon. A couple of other things. If you're in Texas, they're going to be having the committee meeting where parents can speak about, I want to give you the exact information. It's going to be on this Wednesday, February 6th at the state capitol. And you can go in and speak to the committee about your issues with child support, the child support system, family court system. And I have to find the exact email. Okay. And I'll give you the information. We were going to try to get as many people in as we could, transport people, and so more people will have an opportunity to speak, but they just released the date and it's coming up this Wednesday. Oh shoot. I'll have to post that, you guys. My tablet's not linked up, so I can't download it. But it's this Wednesday. I don't know if the time was even announced. I don't even think they announced the time. They don't want us coming in there and doing, talking and everything. But at the state capitol in Austin, Texas, February 6th, they have an open committee. So you can come in and talk to the committee about your issues with the child support system. So I'll post the time as soon as I can. And we're looking for ambassadors in your respective states, and we would like you to represent the child support hustle as we present the debtor prisons bill across the country. And what we want you to do is contact your legislators, set up meetings, send out emails, and go in and meet them. And with the material that we have, with the bill, the letter, all the information that we have, and present our case, why we need to end debtors' prisons, and why the incarcerating people is a violation of the Constitution from Turner, based on Turner versus Rogers, and based on many other cases. So we'll be putting out like a flyer with more details on that probably next week. We have a busy week next week, so I'm definitely going to try to work on that. So if you're interested in that, you know, it's going to take some dedication. So you have to be reliable, please. And it's going to, but we need everybody. Like, the time is now. We have people listening to us finally, and we have legislators that are actually in the states that are actually passing bills that are improving the child support system. But one thing we have to do is get this debtor's prison use. We have to get that abolished in any sense, definitely in child support cases. So thank you guys for rocking with me, even though I was fumbling and bumbling and everything. I'm sure I missed something because I was just thrown off from the very beginning. Let me see if I have any questions here before I go. Juan, I don't understand your question. Oh, okay, I see. If they didn't notify you and you don't have proof of the notification, then they denied your right to due process, period. Protecting. Well, Drew, in any of these situations, whether veteran or not, you are supposed to be notified, and they should be setting you up with a payment plan. Even with the passports, they should be trying to work with you versus take all your livelihood strength, you know, all your ways to live away from you. That's a big part of this that is missing, that these local agencies are, and their representatives, the people that work there, they're skipping the whole part. They're supposed to be working with non-custodial parents and trying to do everything to avoid suspending licenses, denying passports, seizing bank accounts. Everything that they do, they're doing it and they're excluding a major step in it, a step in the process, and that's that notification, so that every parent that has these enforcements and punishments coming at them have a right. They have the opportunity to defend themselves and try to come up with some other alternate plan besides going to jail or having their license suspended. So, okay, Earl, what do you say? Okay, great, Earl. Great news. We need definitely in Michigan. You know all the problems you guys have up there. So just send please send an inbox or email cshustle1@gmail.com. I had one more thing. I forgot though. I forgot what it was. I had one more thing to say, but I forgot what it was. Like I said, I'm tired. I try to do these early when I do them, but this time I said I have to get this information out because it's been on my mind, as you can see, because I've been posting crazy about it. But if you have any questions, if I don't get back to your messages or your email right away, it's just because there's a lot of I have a lot of messages that I have to get to, and we've been meeting at the state capitol. We met with a couple of representatives, and I met with State Senator Boris Miles week before last, and they looked at our bill, and his lawyers are going to get back with us, and we have 3 meetings next week, and we're going to plan on being at that committee meeting on the 6th as well. So it's a lot going on. So that's why I need an assistant. So if anybody's wanting to be an assistant to Kenya, to me, let me know, please, because I just it's starting to get overwhelming, and I just need some help. I don't want anybody that reaches out for help not to receive any assistance just because I haven't had the time to get back with them. That's not fair to you guys. It depends, Lisa, if you're welcome, Drew. It depends if the case is a welfare case versus a non-welfare case, which translates to a Title 4D case versus a non-4D case. If it's a non-welfare, non-Title 4D case, then getting the arrears reduced is strictly up to the custodial parent. If it's a welfare / Title 4D case, that's very difficult to do. It can be done. It happened on my case. I just had to fight for a very long time to do it. It took 8 years. But it can be accomplished. But especially if that debt is state owed, you just have to fight. And I don't have one of my books, but I have the actual court documents that the lawyer for the state of Ohio drew up, created for my case specifically. So they're in the appendix of my book. So it can be done. It's quite difficult because they get that money. They get money for all those open cases, and they can add those arrears to them saying how much, blowing up the amount of child support debt or arrears that's owed. So when they put their statistics out and say it's billions of dollars of child support arrears owed, it looks like there's so many deadbeats out here. You know, they love that term, and it's not true. Okay, guys, thank you for sticking with me. And like I said, I'm so sorry I was bumbling, but it was a long day. So if you're interested in being an ambassador, like I said, we'll put a flyer out next week sometime. And please be patient. I'm trying to get to all the messages and emails. And oh, here's another thing. I'm going to go, but things just keep popping up in my head. If you send a DM and you're explaining your case, I can't answer those because it's too overwhelming. So if you want help on your case, you have to complete a new client form and send it to my email because it's too much. So just complete the new client form. It should pop up automatically when you go and send a DM, and then complete that form, and then I'll take a look at it on that end. But DM if you just have a comment or you want to send an article or something like that, or a quick question. But if you're describing your whole case, it's not time friendly for me to answer all those questions here. Okay? You guys have a great evening. Yes, I'm in Texas, Lisa. But my case was in Ohio. But I'm sure the language is pretty much the same everywhere. Okay. All right, y'all. Have a great one. Bye. Oh, they can ignore one. They can ignore hundreds, but they cannot ignore thousands. Keep fighting. Let's go.